Ladies and gentlemen, how you all doing? This is Con Ulrich.
And I'm Rangru. Hello, hello, hello.
And folks, we told you we're bringing you another replay, and that replay is today on Orsha North with a couple of, a new friend and an old friend. Rang, who is duking it out?
On the left-hand side in blue, we have Gonzo playing as the Hungarian cavalry division, first Lovas, and he has Vanguard income. And on the right-hand side, we have Frubblord playing as a third mechanized corps, and he also has a Vanguard income.
So, Hungarians, are you feeling a little bit peckish? And if so, tell me why.
Yeah, the Hungarian cavalry division is very interesting, as they have tanks. They have a lot of tanks, but they're all Hungarian tanks from like the 1940s type thing. And they're really cheap and not that great, but they're really cheap and they have good guns for the price. They're pretty much like light tank spam division, essentially, with some hatches thrown in, some decent air power, some really good infantry. Because those Hungarian cavalry troops have, G43s up the wazoo and some course wrist guns.
Mm-hmm.
But they're definitely, it is a cavalry division. It's very much about maneuver warfare. And just trying, I find, to just try to swarm as many light tanks as you can across the field and maneuver in flank, which you can do fairly effectively in SD2.
You certainly can. Now, interesting to note, down south, Frubblord has not really invested anything. He's got...
No.
2 Superiors and 1 Sherman.
Yeah. Looking up North Israel, he's putting all his investment. He has, like, 3 Shermans, 3 tank Detonitskis in 50 cal half tracks. Partisan troops, an Su-76, and even an artillery spotter. So yeah, he's really investing everything in this northern push. Trying to get into the town.
The Hungarian troops are going to give me a freaking heart attack though, trying to say their names. So I'm going to butcher it.
Yeah, this is. I don't know if it's. Is it easier in Polish?
Oh yeah.
Is this easier or harder than the Polish troops?
I think it actually might be harder than the Polish troops. Maybe it's just because I have the muscle memory from the Poles.
Yeah. I mean, you got like
Schwadlotze. There we go. There. We're done. Drop the mic. I'm out of here. Con, peace.
Yeah.
Not a particularly inspiring machine gun, but yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
And the Tanko Thessaloniki. This push is not going to go well.
He's gonna run into that AT rifle, and that AT rifle, or it's an anti-tank cannon really. It's bloody 20mm, and it shoots fast. Damn.
He has completely turned this into a Charnel house. That's 3 squads. Oh my god.
Is he gonna get the last one?
Yep.
Yes! No, that's how you do it. Those AT rifles are fantastic, as you can tell.
So Palos, or Palos, feel free to remember that name because we're checking that later.
Oh yeah, Palos. Yeah,
he's a hero.
In the church tower, completely shuts down that push, and it's going to secure on the town. They've got a bunch of Shermans being brought in. But as you can see, Frubblord, he's not going to push any further. His entire Vanguard has got killed. And up north, Gonzo, he has all those Hungarian tanks to runs.
Yep. Their name is Hungary, and I'm not sure they really dance by the sand, but they are definitely pushing forward there. Now, there was one interesting support unit, I think. Wasn't it with the first Lovas that had... Oh my gosh, it was maybe their anti-air? Which is pretty freaking weak. Pretty freaking sweet, rather.
The Nimrod, yeah, the first Lovas has, yeah, which is calling the Ostrand from, like, Company of Heroes or anything, but it also has really good armor penetration ammo, which is pretty awesome. It's one of the best tank destroyers for the division, and it's not even a tank, technically.
It's not even going after it, yeah, exactly.
No.
But yes, it's 15-9 already.
Yeah, Gonzo, I mean, look down south, Gonzo has completely cleared it up.
He is donating one of these back, so he's a very nice man. But I cannot help but feel, if he wanted to, he really could just push through and nobody would be able to stop him.
Look up north. There's some presents being brought in for your Shermans.
You shouldn't have.
Oh, look, this is gonna be beautiful and brutal. Gonna be brutally
beautiful.
Brutal. Yes, thank you.
Of course, anytime I can help. Well, even if the first one doesn't get through, the second one's definitely going to get through.
Yeah, there's not much AA apart from the Shermans themselves, and...
Jeez. We're on the highway to hell.
Oh god, that's how you knock it down. That's how you knock it down. And then
one of them's going to go down now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's totally worth it, don't get me wrong. But...
Yeah, that was awesome. That was awesome.
But the Russians might pay as well? No pound of flesh there.
Nope.
But it doesn't matter. I mean, geez, the Germans are still... They lose a couple of planes, but I think when all is said and done, that was a fairly decent trade. Look at the territory to the north that they own.
I know. They've completely pushed through. And he's going to flank around his Sherman, actually, if it's a Hungarian tank, which is exactly the name of the game with these tanks. It's all about flanking and maneuvering.
He needs to turn the AP shells back on, but yes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he turned to AP shells. Oh, he's got heat shells, yo. Those are better.
Yeah, but I whisper and they're all gone. That's the problem for me.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the last lone tank. Oof.
Oof. The
oh, no, it's gonna hurt. Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah, rocket. I mean, those are lightly armored tanks, so you can see rocket planes can really mess you up.
Yes, they can.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we are going to have one more Terran trying to hold down the line as these 3 MTRs move on in. Don't know that's going to do a whole lot, but I like the pluck. What can I say?
Yeah, I mean, you can ambush, maybe get a side shot, but that's really it. Yeah, Frubblord, why is he going to go with the MTRs? Oh, he's just taking them to the crossroads area. He definitely needs infantry to help out, because currently those MTRs can't see shit, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to really be sitting there doing nothing at the moment, and Gonzo is bringing up a 40mm AT gun into the forest. No, it's been currently strafed to death by Frubblord's fantastic use of IL-2s.
I am very much amused by the fact that 40mm, the weapon card for it, it looks very much like a tank. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm having a graphical bug.
The AT gun?
The 40mm, yeah. We have an artillery piece, but we actually have like it's a very weird thing in the unit card itself. I'll show you see it if the next one comes through.
I didn't manage to get a snag at the picture, unfortunately, but I know what you're talking about.
Down south, you're actually going to see a comp group moving on in. 3 tanks and 2 squads of Husaroks kind of coming into, I would think, not so much stabilize, but to maybe even pressure a little bit more.
Yeah, putting pressure on the area is definitely a good idea, as in that middle area of the map, Frubblord really doesn't have anything. He has no AT to deal with those Hungarian tanks, so honestly, Gonzo can get into his town and nab like 3 victory points easy peasy. I mean, we can't see him on the actual game road, unfortunately, still replay bug, but you should be able to see him on the mini-map at least.
I dare say that is accurate. Now, I'm surprised that I feel like Frubblord has not really been the most efficient with his call-ins.
Yeah, getting those 3 Shermans together, like, just recently, probably wasn't the best idea. Maybe, like, 1 or 2, and then get some infantry and recon to support. Because honestly, you don't need that many Shermans, especially against the Hungarians. There's really 1 Sherman or 2 is more than enough to pretty much fight with Hungarian tanks head on. Especially if those lovely stabilizers.
Yeah, you know what? I wasn't even paying attention to the stabilizers, but you're absolutely right. And down south, he says, you know what? I love the stabilizers so much, I want to marry them. Here comes the marriage train. We have the T-34 up front, 3 more MTRs behind, and 2 flower partisans behind that.
Yeah.
So it's a lovely little train. I don't know that it's going to be able to successfully break through. Oh, actually, you know what? 40 mil. Look to the south. There's a couple of 40 mils there.
Oh yeah.
So you got the weird like anti-tank like card itself. It threw me the first time I took a look at that.
It's got the anti-tank gun. It's got the tank icon for like the Tehran tanks. Yeah, it is weird. Yeah, it is very weird. They'll probably fix that soon, hopefully.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah. I continue to be amused by the fact that the Germans are holding that northern town because of that one freaking squad. Excuse me, the Hungarians are holding that northern town There's that one freaking squad that was like, "Oh, you want to come through here? Well, I say thee nay."
That was a perfect placement for him. Real clutch play for sure. As if Frubblord did manage to get the tower, I think things should be developing a little bit more differently up north. Because that's such a huge area to control, not just for the victory points, but for the defensive position it gives you.
Yes, it's very true. Also, maybe it's just me, but I feel like the Hungarian infantry weapon seems so blocky.
Yeah, the submachine gun is definitely not pretty to look at.
The M39. Yeah,
it looks.
Looks like it's
definitely
like
looks like something like. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's not exactly the most beautiful of. That sounds a bit weird.
No. I mean,
the most elegant of military weapons. It's no MP40.
And you know what? I wish I could say the MP40 was a hideous gun, but it's just not.
No, it's...
For what it is, it's beautiful.
I mean... I think there's a good reason why it's used all the time as the bad guy gun in all the bloody movies. Also because Nazis make great bad guys.
It's a little hard to be afraid of an entire squad of Germans attack you with K98s.
It's like always in the movies, they always have a bunch of MP40s, when in real life it'd only be like a few guys with MP40s, you know?
That number did change as later and later the war went, though.
Yep.
Thank you, Russians, for explaining that.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was learning a piece of fact actually down south, just for the record, the 40 mils again, their butts handed to them just by the weight of fire. But I think I read that by the time of the Battle of the Bulge, an American company carried like 1/3 the amount of rounds that a German company did, despite being half again as big.
Huh.
Just because the Germans were like, oh, it's submachine gun fire is the way to be, let's do it.
Mm-hmm. I guess also issuing some of the MP44s as well.
Yes, also true.
I mean, that's like a 30-round magazine compared to an 8-round, actually, clip of the M1 Garand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess that does make sense.
Now, the funny thing is, right now the Hungarians are cut off in the north, but cut off for cavalry just means there's more opportunities to break out.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they'll have an opportunity to do that rather quickly.
Yeah.
Also worth noting, we have another Cobra strike down to the south, and these guys are outgunned and very much alone.
Yeah. It's a great push here from Frubblord, just trying to relieve some pressure up north by pushing in down south. But at the same time, he's going to have to try and do something about the middle, as these Turons and also the Hozuks are putting on a bit of pressure. There's 45M's actually doing a pretty decent job of knocking them out.
Well, we have a bunch of Sapiris moving on in, so that's not the biggest of issues. I think my mind is just looking to the south at those anti-tank troops, the Nehespuskas.
Mm-hmm.
Puskas. Waiting for them to start kind of taking some pot shots here, and this should be happening any second now.
Yep.
He's well within range.
Fire?
And it's a side shot. Shoot it now, or not.
Yeah, I think he's just worried about Partisani squad, but anyway, the Partisani squad is going to get in and destroy him. Oh, the AT gun, yo.
Yeah.
40 mils.
That was quick.
There we go, and then Puska shoots, man's to get a nice side shot on the Sherman.
And then hand-to-hand combat.
Oh, yeah. The Partisani does kill the AT cannon. And Frubblord is going to take his southern area, essentially, and that's going to be perfect for him. And if he can push out of his southern area into the more open area of the map, he should be doing pretty well. But oh no, the Nimrod's on the field, and he's not here to muck about.
How dare you call him those names?
Yeah.
I am amused by the rate of fire. Does he fire the 40mm heat rounds at 82 rounds a minute too, or no?
No, it's only 6 rounds a minute for the heat shells. So it's like
okay,
that's
good.
really. I have no idea how those heat shells work. Because
high explosive anti-tank. It's a multi-fuse.
I know, yeah, but like how it shoots the regular cannon fast, and then the heat shell is only 6 rounds a minute. I guess it's to simulate the crew preserving the ammunition, because they only have 4 heat shells. You're not going to be like, oh, we're done.
Shockingly enough, a lot of those kinds of guns did have a cyclic fire rate adjustment.
Oh, I guess it makes sense for an anti-aircraft gun.
It was really, really fascinating, the amount of technology that went into those pieces of equipment. Up to the north, we do have a Valentine who's engaging some of these Hungarian tanks, and being engaged by a couple more. Well, turret stuck on one of them. So Shermans are coming up close, and we have a Hetzer as well.
Yeah.
So a delicious engine firepower. Yep.
Yeah, the only like proper medium tank you can get for the Hungarian, so these are really worth their rate for the first Lovas, and they're gonna come in beautifully here, getting some shots on the Shermans.
Unfortunately, most of their tanks are getting absolutely destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
Bit of a shame. Now, one thing I think is kind of interesting about the first Lovas too is that actually was a lot of the new divisions. There's not as much space for support. You actually get punished for bringing in a lot of support material. It takes up a lot of divisional spots.
Yeah, yeah. And also right now, support guns, like IG-18s and whatnot, aren't really worth it. It doesn't do that much damage compared to just getting a tank.
No, I actually had even meant things like the supply trucks themselves.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Not quite as, what's the term I'm looking for here, as efficient as they could be otherwise.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But that is a tank graveyard to the north. Look how many plumes of smoke are looking out there.
Is Nesapuska, is he gonna get the kill?
That's what I was trying to wait for. I mean, he's trying to line up with a shot. He really should be able to get it.
Yeah, he's got a side shot right here. He can knock out Sherman. I just think he's just being rather patient on that hold fire. A little bit too patient, probably just forgot about it, honestly.
Oh no, he's going to move to this village. This village right there.
There you go. Come on.
3, 2.
Gotta be point blank. And right in the arse.
Bounce. Crew killed.
Turret stuck at least.
And the crew killed.
Yeah.
And the crew killed, but the loader's been wounded again.
He's extra killed.
Shooter knocked out. Yeah, I think he's dead, guys. Don't worry.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait, how much like real armor does a Sherman have? Let's see.
Too late.
Oh, it isn't. Oh, it's like 45 mil rear armor, so it's definitely a little bit tough to crack.
Maybe he wasn't hit at the right angle.
Yeah. Maybe a side shot still.
Now I am fascinated by the 80 mil it was supposed to be an anti-tank gun, but it's also an anti-aircraft gun, I would think.
Yeah, it's an anti-aircraft gun mainly, but it has a lot of AP shells, Joe. It has 20 AP shots. You can use it as a pretty dedicated.
Right behind it, a Husarok coming on in with heat grenades. It's up. It's good.
There we go. There we go. I love seeing that being used. But he does get surrendered, Joe.
Nah, he goes down in a blaze of glory. He's fine.
That's worthwhile for sure. But it's also really interesting because now, like those large caliber AA guns, you can put them in heavy forests as you leave that 80 mil. So they're actually pretty good as AT guns now because they're no longer on an open field getting shot at.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Is our friend Polish still alive? Yes, Polish is still alive.
Yeah.
I had to check on him. You know, he wanders off if you don't pay attention. Part of me is wondering why that Husarok is allowing that tank to be in its forest. Whatever. In the north.
Oh yeah, I've seen. He's still holding on now. One Husarok behind enemy lines. We got another one being brought in as well.
Indeed, and I think it's going to be a rather swift end for him. I don't think he doesn't get heat grenades, I don't think. Oh my gosh, he's going to be dead in a second.
Oh yeah, he don't get any AT. And then, yeah, he's dead.
With a 40 mil anti-tank gun, desperately trying to unload, and that's going to be dead.
Pack 40.
Yeah, you're right.
I know it's weird. I use like the 40M name again. Like doubly confusion.
But another Nimrod's moving in, so I think this might be the first time we get to see this guy really in action.
I'd love to see that because it is a really funny thing to see. Just dead tank. That's the actual sound it makes, syllable to syllable.
True story.
Mm-hmm.
True story.
Yeah.
I've been lucky enough to hear them get fired.
Yeah, I'm a highly professional voice Foley artist.
Exactly. He's like the guy from Police Academy.
Yep.
Can confirm. It is 12-12 though, so the Soviets are clawing back. Just to say that though, the Germans do take a center position again. I keep saying that too. The Hungarians take that position. We're trading these minuscule advantages back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
That really is the best way to put it, too.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Gonzo still has a huge lead over Frubblord, so he's doing pretty good in that regard. He says he has lost momentum. Oh, the AT gun up north, not down to Sherman. But he just has lost momentum. I don't. It's gonna be kind of tough for him to take back at northern position, as though Sherman's in a lovely spot. He can hold the forest at least on his end, which is good enough. But he's not gonna really push the middle again after that initial push. He took quite a few casualties. But yeah, in terms of Frubblord, Joe, I mean, he's doing pretty well momentum rise, and if he can just keep on with a straight head-on tank fight, he's gonna win. Sherman speed out to runs any day of the week.
Well, I will say that Nimrod has claimed its first victim.
Mm-hmm.
So well shot there.
Yeah.
Down to the south, what had been essentially a German forest has now become a little bit less populated.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kind of funny too, so we're going to start getting to a kind of an exhausted battle state as the Germans come down to 110, as the Soviets go down to 110.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck.
Pretty even Stevens, but in terms of late game, I'd still give it to third or Frubblord, as this kind of has a better late game unit options compared to Hungarian tanks.
This is true. I mean, the biggest thing, like we said already, is that how do we use various non-anti-tank weapon systems for anti-tank weapon systems?
Yeah. I feel like Gonzo's definitely has to try to get a bit more in terms of air power to really make his work. And Nimrod actually clearing out the forest down south.
Yes, he is, but he's got to take back that entire little complex. That's going to be very difficult to do with 3 decently beefy tanks. What's more, with the transmission destroyed, that Nimrod's not going anywhere.
Yeah, he's pretty much sitting dark until the supply truck comes in. I know Sherman's in a lovely spot as they're getting some, shot sharpen off, suppressing. They have a Hungarian infantry and they're trying to move across that field.
That be accurate, sir. BM-8 is shelling the north as it should. Was he not? No, he's not. He just fired a couple of rockets that direction. Yeah. And now they're desperate to kill that 80 mil.
Really, I can understand right. It's been a real pain in the ass.
It's just the sheer amount of ordnance. I almost kind of expected him to recite himself someplace.
He's definitely going to go down now.
I was going to say, ironically, though, the mortar was doing more damage to him than otherwise.
Yeah.
But Frubblord seems to have had enough of this entire process. He's bringing in a hefty amount of troops to the north.
Oh god, yeah, he's got Germans, flamethrower troops, everything. He really wants to try and take his northern hill, get it under his control.
And really, at this point, I don't know. Gonzo, I think, has created the nice little fortresses every now and again. I think this is a perfect moment of them.
Yeah, I'm really liking how Gonzo, he's transitioned from using the Tehran tanks in A and B phase, and now he's just getting Nimrods and Yak Panzers now. Who needs tanks when you got Nimrods?
That's true. I mean, it's Revenge of the Geeks right there. Revenge of the Nerds, isn't it? Revenge of the Nerds. Komoroti is going to get taken on out by Hussar. And yeah, the other Machiki. They're going to cause a bit of an issue, but it won't be for long. I mean, the Hungarian fire throwers are not going to be too happy with that.
Oh no, oh no. You have a little bit more firepower over the Russian counterparts.
Well, man, there's the only issue is that the Russians do have more one-ups than
the
Germans do.
Oh,
and there we go.
There we go. 2 flamethrowers beat 1 flamethrower. And the Shermans are now pushing through, getting right along the southern, right along the bottom of the hillside up north.
It's kind of amusing to me because we are seeing these Hussars are getting engaged by Shermans who are running up almost next to them and firing. You missed it just now. Actually, the center part of the map, right with that jut is coming out that promontory.
Oh, yeah?
There's a Hungarian machine gun and a Hussar squad that was getting engaged like crazy by a Sherman. You said smoking pyre right there?
Yep.
The Hussars were like, we're going to kill that. Sprinted from the trees, threw the long bomb, and yeah, it hit a radiator and exploded.
Perfect. Perfect.
Ooh, BM8 is looking for those kills to the north. He's had enough of those Hussars. The only thing he's doing is apparently killing poor Soviet land values.
I mean, yeah. I mean, Soviet agriculture is already pretty, you know, backwards as it was at its time. Don't make it any worse.
Oh, yeah. Poor peasants, serfs, whatever you want to call them.
In Soviet laborers.
Sure. True followers of the Red Army.
Yeah. But yeah, okay, yeah, he did the rocket run. Now he's gonna move the Shermans up after thoroughly destroying that farming complex. And he's gonna flank his Nimrod. That Nimrod's not in a good position. Yeah, not at all, but he's gonna hold off. Yeah, not good at all.
No, sir.
No.
Where are those airplanes we had seen before?
That's
One's
a good
dead.
question.
But the other one, I think it's a perfect time to carpet bomb that entire little complex. We have, what, how much of a spread? Maybe, 300 meters across? I would hit that with a... Never mind, Hetzer.
Yeah, Hetzer's gonna hatch, and with 3 stars, he's not gonna miss.
Too often.
Not too often, exactly. You may want to move back his commander troop, which is in front of the hatch. It's not something you want to really have on the front line now, so to speak.
Well, he's got to lead by example.
Oh, yeah. An Alexander-type guy.
Hopefully no fever.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's no prescription for that fever. Jagdpanzer does get that second kill. Okay.
Yeah. Knock out both Shermans, and the Hussars are going to flank in from the south, and the Phasey Men's get a good foothold. They might be able to... I know the Guards troops actually are pretty well equipped with those machine guns, so...
Yeah.
I think he's going to need a little bit more.
Do you really want to try to dig out this ultimate cheeky?
No. I mean, you can still probably kill it, but... it's going to be deadly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Though we did not really take into account the fact that we do have that 75 mil right in the area.
Oh yeah, he's yeah. And he's helping.
Yes, he is. Okay, Cobra coming on in. Nimrod is furious, though. Does not defend his buddy, but,
Nope.
When all said and done, the thought was there, at least.
Oh, yeah, the thought that counts.
Exactly.
And the float carburetor, there it goes. That poor old float carburetor, but it's fixed. Only took a little bit to fix the float carburetor.
Yeah, man, I played Battlefield. I know how that works. You hit
Yeah.
it with a wrench and it fixes it. That's how it
I know,
goes.
right? That's how you do it, especially when you're flying.
Oh, yes.
Like
you jump out, you run over to the wing, you hit it, and then you're set.
Yeah, or you're flying like a little bird helicopter where you can like hang off the sides and you got run into near the blowtorch. It's just repairing the helicopter while you're flying it. That was a strategy, and then you just start shooting rockets off the side.
Oh, jeez.
That's how you do it in like Iraq, I think.
I think you're right. I think you're right. Ooh, 250 kilogram bombs on the infantry in the center.
Cool.
And somehow only kills one squad.
That's anticlimactic, yeah.
Very anticlimactic. I was looking for much more of a climax.
Mm-hmm. More kaboom.
And the Russians say, no, comrade. You take 500 kilogram bombs.
Yeah.
This is how it is done. And this is where all of that stuff right there all perishes.
Oh, no.
Hetzer went down. That's the linchpin.
Yep. Only killed the Hetzer, surprisingly. Infantry do manage to survive.
Yeah, but that's a very, very valuable piece of equipment.
I know. Yeah, those Hetzers, like I said before, you can't really be affording to lose them in the Hungarian division.
I did kind of expect to see more artillery coming on out, you know?
Yeah, same here. You can get some pretty hefty amount of off-map recon planes for the Hungarians with like 210 mil.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I mean, here's 149 mil in the middle area, but that's about it. That's about it.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah.
I really would like to see carpet bombs be utilized a little bit more on some of this equipment to the south.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at it now, they're able to see and engage infantry. How far away is that? Yeah, that's almost 2 kilometers away.
Yeah, it's such a tight spot. That is, as he's completely shut down that middle person on the southern side. Little Shermans, absolutely fantastic position. And we do have Frubblord moving in the Valentines very slowly, but very surely, along the northern middle. And he's running into some anti-tank guns. He can't exactly do anything about yet.
Was it the Nimrods that are engaging him? No, the Nimrods are shooting south.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Gonzo's trying to take his town. Honestly, that is a smart move. Gonzo's pretty close to victory, and if he can just take his town, the southern town, he should be pretty much good to go. It's 2 command points here.
Well, he's got, oh wow. What happened to the north?
Huh?
Well, I can tell you that last little DP squad is going to get... Yep. Quick surrender.
I'm so surprised that Commander is still alive, that Hussar PK.
Yeah.
He should be dead, but no. No.
I agree with you there.
He kept his head down, and he's going to survive the roar, it seems.
Let's not speak too fast here. Let's, we'll see.
Yeah.
Now I am looking... Okay... Oh, more flamethrower troops. I can't help but feel that Frubblord is running a little bit low on infantry.
Yeah, just a little bit. With the 3rd Mechanized, you don't have that much infantry available, especially compared to the Hungarian troops.
Mm-hmm.
So, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if that's the case.
Well, like we said earlier, I mean, the Hungarian division is a cavalry division. You need men and horses for that.
Yeah.
Down south, you are going to get 100,000 kilograms of bombs, and no kills.
No kills. I think it's just like some 250s or something.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nothing,
4 250s.
Nothing too fancy. Yeah. But does at least stress him out a bit. Just for now. Just for now.
Indeed.
And then Gonzo manages to take some of those. The northern flag, and he's very close to taking this southern flag.
We just got 2 on top of each other. You got a guard right there. It's on one of them, and then the southern one is just to the northwest. Excuse me, of that PPS squad.
Yeah.
But considering how weak that Hussar squad is, I don't think he's going to take it out.
Nope. Oh, the AT rifle in the town might actually kill some of these Valentines. He's moving up.
Go, Paulo. You can do it. We are proud of you.
Come on, Paolo. You want to kill those British tanks that can't even fire back at you. They're not even going to bother shooting their 6-pounders.
Well, there's another bombing run to the south again. Yep.
Did they kill anything this time?
Nope. Paulos, my friend, shoot.
Come on.
He's moving in.
He's moving. Gonna get line of sight. No! And the building south of him is destroyed, so he can't take any cover. Oh, there we go. There we go.
That's one. Paulos, you are too good to be an infantryman. You need to be a commander. I'd promote the crap out of you.
I know, he knocked out like 2 tanks as well as
this would be
a few infantry and...
Wait, the second... Oh, he hasn't killed the second tank yet, unless I have not seen that.
Come on. No, he hasn't. He hasn't. He's trying.
Jeez. I'm not moving until he kills it.
Yeah, same. I mean, he only has 7 shots. 5.
Okay, you keep ricocheting. Aim somewhere else. Question is, will he listen? Probably not. You know those young men.
Yeah. Got 3 shots. 2. And
I
no.
am disappointed in you, my son.
God damn it, Palos. God damn it.
The turret's fucking gun is jammed, though, so that's something, I suppose.
Couldn't aim any of the weak points.
Worth noting, the Ruskies are getting themselves a bit of a breakout, which is going to be stopped, I think, for the most part. Nope, never mind.
Yeah,
that Junker 88 is just desperately trying to go and take out at least one of these tanks.
I know, right? I find usually need like 500-kilogram bombs and carpet bombs to effectively kill tanks, but he does finally kill one Sherman.
And while we were
Yeah,
doing that, actually to the north, the Hungarians have completely outflanked the Soviets.
Yeah.
There's a couple of Valentines here, one half track, but other than that, I mean, that's wide open, and I don't think that there's going to be a whole lot of anything but crying soon.
Yeah, and Gonzo's got Montevid's cheap Hungarian tanks being brought in once again. And there's not really much here to stop him. He could probably move through and from the north, start hitting down south and capture some flags. Yeah, this is not looking good for Frubblord. He really needs to try and...
You think he's trumped it?
I think he's trumped it just a little bit. He's trying to make some maneuvers down south with his infantry, but it's just not really working. Maybe in the middle? I mean, that's really where he should be pushing, honestly, because where you have the...
Trying to rupture from that bulge right there you're talking about? So head up just south of that Nimrod who's firing right about now? Yeah.
Yeah, I like that area. But I don't think he's going to do it. There's also quite a few AT guns there from the Hungarians, which would definitely slow him down. And yeah, Gonzo, he's just devoted more tanks up north. You might as well, they're cheap as chips. Just keep throwing them in.
Yes, sir. He's listened to your advice, and, it's led him well so far.
Yeah.
Oh, well, and like you kind of said, I mean, both sides are starting to fall off a little bit, especially the third more than, I would say, than the first.
Mm-hmm.
As we keep getting more and more of those Hussar... Gorosks. And wow. Yeah, wow. Another triple threat of those tanks. Was not expecting that part.
I know.
To our Hungarian watchers out there, I apologize for the absolute butchering of your infantry names, but until then...
You guys have a hard language.
Yes, you do.
I know.
Not like any other language on the planet. And Frubblord says, you know what, I've had enough of the Hungarians as well, and he taps out.
That's going to be a GG. And very close in kills. Good God.
Surprising, actually. Ooh, Kuba up here. First Cobra. Well done. I mean, the air power for the third was on point.
Mm-hmm. Those Cobras were just doing God's work, yeah.
Comrades don't believe in God.
Oh, yeah.
They believe in
They're doing
Stalin.
Stalin's work. They're doing the state's work in a rather efficient manner.
But yes, Paulos over here from the German side of things, excuse me, the Hungarian side of things.
Ooh,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, and gets that Valentine. Well done. Bodo, whatever it is over here.
Badoo.
Badoo, I'll take Badoo. 1 infantry squad, 5 tanks.
Completely kept up middle, secure, essentially, for the early parts of the match.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Another Jagdpanzer body over here, Bodhi, has 4 Shermans to his name. Borda has got 5 kills to his name. I mean, there's some standouts, but surprisingly enough, for the most part, the Hungarians did not have a huge investment, or like a lot of standout players.
Yeah, it's pretty even for the Russians. It's pretty even Stevens, both sides, sharing the kills. Honestly, and looking at the chronology, like history, yeah, as you can see, Frubblord was completely butchered during those first 3 minutes of the match, as he just lost pretty much all of his most of his starting deployment units, like 4 Shermans in 3 minutes. Or 4 minutes, I should really say. But then he pushes back a little bit, and there's a back and forth.
Exchanging, yeah.
But yeah, really, really good match. Nice seeing the Hungarians being used.
Exactly, and that was the thing I was really concerned about when people were like, Hungarians are coming in. I mean, you and I had this conversation ourselves. The Hungarians are not, historically seen as being major battlefield contributors. So I'm very, very pleased to see that Eugene has given them a much more distinctive flavor. Yeah,
it's really cool having... That's the one thing I really like about Eugene Systems games in general, even including war games, is that they include like nations and factions in these realistic RTS games that you wouldn't see normally. Like, can you think of another RTS game, base game, no mods, that has the Hungarians in it? That isn't like Hearts of Iron grand strategy like thing. Because honestly, it's none. I can't think of any.
Rome, maybe. No.
Rome Total War.
Not the Hungarians per se, but we have at least some material that was supposedly living in the area.
Yeah.
But regardless, no, I mean, hats off to them. They've done a really good job with it.
Yeah, and first Lovas, I mean, a bit of a difficult division to play because you got like mobile, like tank spam and whatnot. Tartalek is that's another thing. Good luck playing Tartalek. I'd be really interested to see if someone does decide to bring out Tartalek in a 1v1 because it's bad. It's really bad.
Well, we also have the security division though too, but that's another discussion for another time.
Yes.
The security group though, with the 556, whatever that thing is.
That's Korg. Tartalek
Exactly.
is the Hungarian infantry division.
No.
Oh yeah,
I
it's
realize.
also another thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Another
My
kind of
bad.
joke group.
Yeah.
But hey, security divisions are security divisions.
Yeah. Gotta keep it secure.
Indeed. And folks, you keep your own things secure, because remember, loose lips sink ships.
Mm-hmm.
But if you do want to get some more action, we are dropping another replay the next couple of days, so keep a lookout for that. But for now, any last thoughts, Rang?
None.
Sounds good. So folks, we'll see you all next time. I'm Con Ulrich.
I'm Rangaroo. Take it easy.